I think, yeah, I mean, it's something you speak about. I think the league did a great job of handling that, to be honest. I think the league were very good. Again, I think Cincinnati could have handled it a lot better than they did. I thought they actually came out little foolish, making statements like that become untrue. But I think the league did a great job of handling that. But again, that's under the bridge. It's not really for us to start, worrying about that, or the game's played on the pitch. For us, I think we've always handled ourselves correctly. We've always gone about things professionally and done things the right way. And I think that's the biggest thing for us, is making sure that we focus on what we can control and our performance. And I think if you let your emotions get too high and too involved, you make bad decisions. And I think emotions affect decision making, and that's basically what we've been telling the players. It's not about any of that. It's about making sure you focus on your performance and focus on Saturday's game. What's happened has happened. I mean, it's the league have dealt with all that. That's water under the bridge. We've moved on. We've had great form in the league. We're in a good position. Focus on our performance and not let the emotional side affect your decision making. That's what's key to this game. I mean, honestly, I enjoyed the rivalry. It's not that I don't like them. I didn't like the way they handled that situation. I can tell you that. I wasn't impressed with that, and that's where I was really pleased that the league did a fantastic job of dealing with it. But I think for us, it's great that you have that. I mean, in any sport, your rivals, you tend not to like them, and I think that's the way it is. It's a competitive sport where they want to win, we want to win, so the nearest person or the nearest team to you, you're always going to make comparisons. Well, how are they doing? How are we doing? The supporters, they're the nearest rivals. They can go to watch them play when we play them, and vice versa. So I think that's what the league want. And again, the league have done a fantastic job in creating that, making sure that we have that rivalry across the boards, and it's fantastic. It really is. I love these games. Honestly, I really wish I could get my boots back out and I could put myself in a fitter condition and get out there and play. I really do. They're games that you want to be a part of. They really are. Very, very important. Again, great question. I think that's something that you want the guys to get a good foothold, and to be able to get a little bit of confidence into the game and to get going. And I think that's what I'm so looking forward to, is the fact that we're going to have so many people there. For us to play in front of our supporters, and I've said this a number of times. We have the best supporters in the league. We've got the most passionate, the most support, and probably the most knowledgeable, if I'm being honest. So again, the opportunity for us to be able to go and play in front of them is really, really great, and we're excited and looking forward to the game. 100%, and I think that's, if you look arguably with Cincinnati, with their crowd, that's what they try to do. So it's important on Saturday that hopefully we can give them a dose of their own medicine, and we can get our crowd up and get our crowd really involved, make it really intimidating and make it an uncomfortable place for them to come and play. Yeah, again, I mean, I think sort of the way I try to lead is to try and share personal experiences, but then also share experiences from other sports, from other industries, maybe it's from the business world, and try to give different examples of different situations. I think mentality plays such a key role in sport and life in general. I mean, there's lots of inspirational aspects that you can look at and draw from, and that's in essence what we try to do. Sheffield, when we were at Sheffield, we beat Sheffield United. We did a double that hadn't been done in 90 years, so that was probably the fondest memory. And Ollie was actually born, so on Friday Amy went into labour, and I was in Sheffield, and the game kicked off at 12:30. So I played the game and then I got back. But I mean, that was obviously, from a family perspective, that was very memorable. And the fact that no one had done it in 90 years was special. So again, that's what football's all about. It's getting good competition against your rivals, and then having enjoyable memories from those games. And as a player and now as a coach, these are games that you want to be involved in. I mean, I think Alan must have read that article and saw we were playing 3-4-3. I'm only joking. I mean, different coaches do different things. I think they went 3-4-3. They've gone 3-5-2. They've got good players. They've got a lot of players. So I think he's able to be able to select and to choose and pick and choose from. So as regards personnel, you're never quite sure what the personnel will be, because they were obviously meant to play last night. That got rained out. So then, do they go with the same team that was playing last night? Do they make changes? So again, but for us, we can't control any of that. I've no real interest in any of that. For us, it's always, okay, how are our guys doing? It's a different philosophy that we want and we use. So again, it's trying to make sure our guys are set, ready and prepared for what will be a great game. And look, I think people will draw comparisons, and then if they'd have played, then people would have been saying they were tired. And look, that could be the case. I mean, it's happened to us where we've gone to the places where we played on the Wednesday, and you turn it around. I mean, and this is the mental side of it. You know, I think it's hard for me to comment on them, and I don't have any wish to, because it's more about what we're trying to do. And I think when we're in a situation like that, we have no excuses. We don't want any of that. You know, for us, they're all excuses, but I can't speak to what they're saying, what they're going to do. Yeah, fantastic work ethic, really good player. You know, can score goals. Has trained really well, has played really well in the games. So again, someone we've always been confident in, someone we really enjoy working with, and as regards his character and mentality, he's a great example to the others and to us of what a team player is, and then also mentally tough. I mean, he's shown throughout his time here, he's been very mentally tough. He's trained really well, great team guy, great in the community. So someone I have a lot of respect for. Huge. I mean, I was absolutely thrilled for Mark. I mean, I think when you look at, you know, obviously what's happened, where, you know, he's come here, he's worked really hard, he's turned himself around. He's now a Canadian full international, playing in a Gold Cup, playing against, you know, really high caliber players, and not looking out of sorts. I thought he played really well the other night. I thought his debut was very, very good. And again, for us as a club, it speaks to the volumes of what we're trying to do, because when we sit down with players who we're trying to sign, we commit to trying to make them better. But you need the guy to buy in, and Mark has done that, and he's been able to go on and do great with the under-23s. And, you know, not for 1 minute do I want to take an ounce of credit or us as coaches, because Mark's been able to go and he's been able to execute. He's been able to do all the things that I needed for him to be able to go and do really well. So the pleasing aspect for us as a club is we get somebody who, whilst they're here training, then becomes a Canadian full international, because it shows people we can back up what we say. Yeah, I mean, and these are conversations I had with Mark. I mean, you look at Mark's size, you look at his strength, you look at his speed, you look at his age. Yeah, I mean, again, I was surprised when Toronto were saying that they were going to let him go. So we jumped on it. We were delighted to get him, and I think we've spent time with Mark trying to teach, trying to speak about tactical understanding, intensity, mentality, and because of his age, I think he's someone that's been able to buy into it. And he's obviously gone and made a real impression with the under-23s, made a real impression with the national coach, and now he's found himself in the Gold Cup. And I was joking when he got called up. I said, people will probably think he was part of the squad. This is go and get a starting spot. And a testament to him. It shows you his determination. And I think in any industry, when you have somebody who's very determined and full of desire, that's what you want, because then you can hopefully help shape what they're trying to do. And Mark's got all that in abundance.